Purely out of a personal interest, I've recently been listening to this audiobook called The Neurobiology of We by Dr. Daniel Siegel, and I was listening along in chapter 1, and this professor and psychiatrist, he made a comment at the end of this chapter that really kind of caught me off guard a little bit. He was talking about how we actually begin forming memories as human beings while we're still in the womb, and he talked about how science supports that memories begin to form in the third trimester. So he said he tried and experimented on this with his own children when they were still in the womb. And so he would sing a song to his children while they were still in the womb and then see would they recognize it when they were born, and he found that they did. And also mentioned that there's a lot of scientific data and studies that support the concept that the unborn are very neurologically complex and that they are forming memories. This got me thinking about how the humanity and development of the unborn is profoundly inconvenient to the abortion industry because their narratives about abortion are extremely anti-science. Specifically, the abortion industry constantly tries to overcome the scientific realities of obstetrics, gynecology, neonatology, neurobiology, because the lies they promote about abortion do not align with what is actually a scientific reality. In order to justify abortion, the abortion industry promotes things that are anti-science and completely unscientific. So an example of this is the abortion industry constantly pushing the narrative that the unborn is merely a clump of cells, and the fact that the abortion industry wants abortion to be legal up until the moment of birth, to the 9th month. And at that time, it's really fascinating when we consider this book, The Neurobiology of We, and this psychiatrist and researcher talking about how the unborn child in the third trimester is forming memories. It's really horrifying to think that that precious child who is very neurologically advanced is forming memories, and possibly as they're forming those connections in their brain, the first significant memory perhaps they're forming is of an abortionist reaching into uterus to rip them apart, or inducing labor and, stabbing scissors in the back of their neck. That is such a massive human rights violation. And nothing justifies violence against the preborn at any age, because they are one of us. The unborn have two human parents, and therefore they carry the species of humanity, and they deserve protection from violence. So we have to overcome this disinformation campaign of the abortion industry that denies obstetrics, gynecology, neonatology, neurobiology in an attempt to justify the violent murdering of the innocent. It's unacceptable, it's anti-science, and we have to fight against this injustice and change our world.